We've realized that real estate investing is the best way of building generational wealth. Now, in today's video, I'm going to share with you the steps you need to take to purchase your first rental property. Now, we bought our first rental property last year, so I'll share the steps we took in achieving this big goal, right? Now, if you're planning on achieving financial freedom and independence to start building generational wealth for you and your family, this is the video for you. Stick around until the end because I'm sure you don't want to miss any of these very important steps. Now let's jump right into it. So step number one, you need to plan ahead. You don't just jump up in a few weeks, a few months to say that you're going to purchase an investment property. No, this is a plan. And this is a goal. And with goal, you need to plan for that goal, right? Now, last year, 2024, actually in 2023, we had a goal of purchasing our first rental property in 2024. So we started positioning ourselves and we started planning to achieve that goal, right? So we didn't just spontaneously decided that we're going to buy a rental property. We had a goal and we created a plan. So I'm advising you to do the same thing because there is a lot of different parts that goes into achieving this goal. So first, write down this goal and create a plan of how you're going to achieve this goal. Number two, you want to speak with lenders. Familiarize yourself, get acquainted with mortgage agents or even your bank. You need to have a discussion with them so that they can go over your finances, see where you need to improve because doing this analysis, you want the best interest rates out there, right? So they can at least give you an idea of what kind of mortgage you can be qualified for and to help you to get the best interest rate. Now for us, my husband is a mortgage agent, so we were fortunate for him to, do this analysis with our finances for us to see how we can achieve this goal, what are the different mortgage options, and how we can work towards improving. Actually, I'm going to talk about credit score later on, but how we can achieve this goal, right? So that's number two. Now, if you're interested in a mortgage agent, I have several that I can recommend to you that I've worked with myself as a real estate agent. So you can book a virtual coffee chat with me so that we can go over and discuss, that I can share my different mortgage agents with you so you can choose the one that's right for you. Now, step number three, you want to work on decreasing your debts, right? Yes. And this is for more than one reasons. Number one, you want to make sure that you provide some room to save as much money as possible, right? You're stepping into an investment. You are becoming an entrepreneur. You'll be a landlord, right? And if something happens to that property, you want to make sure that you have enough money saved up. You have an emergency fund. If you need to pay a mortgage for that property for a few months, say you can't get it rented, you need to make sure that you have enough money saved up to help you on that journey, right? Just a pro tip for you. If you already have a property, you can maybe pull some equity from that property if you can, right? Pull the equity and help to pay down some of your debts. Now, this is something that you can discuss with your mortgage agent, discuss with your lender during the meeting with them, right? Now, the next reason why you want to pay down your debt is because, of course, you want to increase your credit score, which will take us into step number four, right? You want to improve your credit score. Why? Because the better your credit score is, the better the interest rate will be for the mortgage for that property. So work on these things in months in advance. Remember, you have to plan, right? Take baby steps. So go through all your debts. If you haven't seen my video on how to improve your credit score, you can go check it out right here after watching this one. It will help you to improve your credit score. And number five, you want to make sure that you have saved up your down payment, and not only your down payment, but also your closing costs, right? So this again will depend on the price of the house. After meeting with your mortgage agent or your lender, you will have an idea of how much you can afford and the type of property that you might be looking into, right? So you'll have an idea of how much you need to save up. So right? Step number five, you need to save for your down payment, and not only your down payment, payment, but also your closing costs. So maybe it's a good idea to have a separate account where you're saving that money for the down payment for this property. Now, when you meet with your lender or your mortgage agent, you might get an idea of the price point of the property that you can afford to buy, to purchase, right? And that will give you an idea of the amount that you will need to save for your down payment and your closing costs. I've recently done a video also, I'll put it somewhere up here, where you can check out what to expect to pay for your closing costs. So different ways of how you can save for your down payment. I've also mentioned in one of my videos here, starting a side hustle, creating another stream of income so that you are saving specifically, putting that money away specifically for that house, the down payment and the closing costs. So make sure that's why you need to plan ahead so that you can save ahead. The more money you saved up, the more prepared you will be. So you won't be hit by any surprises when it comes on to the finances down the road to purchase this property. Got it? Let me know in the comments by typing got it. And if you haven't yet subscribed, before we go to number 6, please, I invite you to hit the subscribe button if you want to see more financial empowerment videos just like these. Go ahead and subscribe right now. And make sure you hit the notification bell so you'll see when the next video drops. It's step number 6. You want to research locations and you want to have an idea of where you want to buy. For us, we chose to buy in Alberta, in Edmonton, because of the growing real estate market and the so many potential there, right? So after we went over our finances, we realized that, to buy an investment property, we had an idea of how much we could afford to buy, and that's why we chose Alberta because of the market then. Now, we purchased this property for under, could I guess, for under $500,000. Yes, we purchased a three-bedroom, three-bedroom with the potential of having 2 different tenants, right? So another reason, you want to look at your family, you want to look at your lifestyle, you want to look at your long-term goals, your long-term plans, right? For us, we have 2 children. We already have a property here in Ontario. Our daughter is in teens. She'll be starting university in next year. So that's not only building generational wealth, but also giving them the option, right? If she decided she want to move to Alberta, to Edmonton, there's a property there, right? If we want to use that to, we purchase that one, we can use it to maybe purchase the other one for the other child. And the other benefits of the real estate market there in Alberta. So instead of purchasing in Ontario, we chose Alberta. And not only that, there are certain laws and restrictions when it comes on to like building. So that property that we bought, it has the potential of building another unit because the lot size is so big. So there's a lot more benefits in Alberta, as we find, comparing to Ontario, right? And not only that, the Landlord and Tenancy Act there is much more stricter here in Ontario compared to Alberta. So if you're living in Ontario and you decide that you want to maybe purchase a property in Alberta also, I can connect you with my team that we've used. Although I'm a realtor here in Ontario, I'm not licensed in Alberta, but we have our team there that we use to help on this journey of achieving this investment property, right? So you do your research and you see. Another good area in Ontario would be Windsor, where the prices are more affordable compared to the GTA. You can get properties in the 500, maybe 600 mark. But now, funny enough, I've always been watching the trends, the market trend for Edmonton. And now I realize that Edmonton, Alberta is a booming market right now for investment properties. So if you are thinking of purchasing your first rental property, don't wait, run, because things are changing and things are changing real fast, especially with the tariffs that's coming on. There is some speculations that there will be increase in prices due to the lumber and things that will be imported from the States. So if you are thinking of starting your real estate investment journey, don't wait, run, go. Start planning now and start getting prepared right now. Now, next step you want to do is to find a team that you can work with that will guide you and will advise you, right? So, as I said, I'm not licensed to work in Alberta. So, we found a team there in Alberta that were able to find the property that we needed, the right property within our budget and in the right location, right? So, you want to find a team of professionals that is familiar with the area that you want to invest in, right? And we didn't go virtually to see this property. We didn't go physically to purchase this property. We bought it virtually. So when you have a team that you trust, then you can be able to do these things. But that's just a risk we took. No, that's up to you. That's your choice. So again, if you're interested in the team that we worked with in Alberta, then book a virtual coffee chat with me if you want to learn more information about how you can purchase your property in Alberta. Also, I will leave the link to my virtual coffee chat in the description below. Step number 8 is to get pre-approved now that you're looking and know that you're really serious. You know, time is getting closer to the timeline of when you want to buy, right? So although you have met with the lender previously in step 2, now you want to get down to crunch time and get pre-approved so that you can work with the realtor to start looking. The realtors won't be working with you unless you're pre-approved, that they know exactly what you're qualified for, and not to waste them time, going around and looking for houses when you're not qualified for $600,000. Rather, you're qualified for $400,000. So get a pre-approval to save you the stress and to stick within your budget of looking at houses within this budget. Step number 9 is the excited part of finding the right property that works for you, your family, your long-term goal, and your finances, right? So once you find the right property, your realtor and yourself, you're going to put an offer into, as you with your first house. Of if you're purchasing that house as a first time home buyers and investment property, then go watch this video here on the different steps of purchasing your house. It's very similar, right? So you put the offer in. After the offer is accepted, I always recommend doing an inspection, but that's up to you. That's your choice. And this video here will walk you through all the other processes that are involved in putting the offer is accepted, offer not accepted, and so on. But this is where the fun begins, where you finally found the house that right for you. Step number 10 is a very important, because you might be wondering, okay, Yashika, so you bought this property in Alberta and you live in Ontario. How are you going to manage this rental property, right? Now, good news. If you are living in one city or state and you purchase a rental property in another city or state, feel relieved. You can hire a property manager to take care of all the groundwork for you. And that's what we did. Our team, again, recommended a property manager that we are using to manage our property there in Alberta. So you living in one city and purchasing a property in another city, as I mentioned in this video right here, reasons why you haven't owned a home as yet, because you think the mindset that you have to purchase the house wherever you live. And that's just a lie. That's just a no-no. And that's just one of the things that hold us back, whether you're purchasing your first house or whether you're wanted for investment property, as I said, right? So once you find a property manager who you can trust and who will handle all the groundwork, then you are good to go. The only thing you need to do is to make sure that you have some emergency money saved up, and you will be collecting your rent and paying your mortgage, and of course paying the property manager. So that's it, guys. That's what we did, and that's how we purchased our first real estate investment property. If you have any more questions or you need any further information, feel free to comment below. That said, go ahead and check out this video right here on how you can improve your credit score, because remember, I want you to get the best interest rate out there. See you in my next video. Bye for now.